RC, what it do? What it do? I had to get my live straight together real quick, Uh, but yeah, man, we're definitely fit to get into some topics. Oh man, but I was looking at some stuff. I just scrolled across this. It's a former Miami Heat security guard charged with selling 2 million in stolen jerseys. And let me see. A former Miami security guard accused of selling stolen jerseys and other memorabilia worth millions of dollars made his initial appearance in federal court on Tuesday. Marcos Thomas Perez, 62 of Miami, was charged with transporting and transferring stolen goods in interstate commerce. Ooh. Let me look this dude up. Marcos Thomas Perez. That's great. Thomas Perez. He. Oh.
We have some breaking news now concerning the Miami Heat memorabilia that was stolen from the team. There has been an arrest in the case, and he's a former Heat security officer and retired veteran Miami police officer.
According to the charging documents, 62-year-old Marcos Perez is accused of stealing millions of dollars worth of Miami Heat memorabilia. It says he later sold the loot to online brokers. He's accused of stealing over 400 game-worn jerseys and other items, and he was in court today.
Bro, stealing over 400 jerseys, $2 million worth of theft. That boy did not give a damn. He was a retired police cop too. Damn. That's all they had on it? That's crazy. Let's see if they did a little bit more.
Shocking turn of events. A former security officer.
Nobody really cared, I guess. What else happened? De'Aaron Fox got his extension. Man. Yeah, he definitely got some under the table bread. He definitely got some under the table bread, bro. He definitely got some under the table bread. What else happened? So Spurs got a max. Gave a max to De'Aaron Fox.
Speaking of extensions,
RC, was De'Aaron Fox worth the max?
Back here with us, and Shams, what can you tell us about another extension out in San Antonio?
I mean, a Spurs star, De'Aaron Fox, has reached agreement on a 4-year, $229 million max contract extension with the Spurs. That keeps him in San Antonio through the 2029-30 NBA season. This is a signing that'll occur later.
4 years,
on Monday.
229 is
and his rep,
crazy.
Rich Paul, navigated a trade to his preferred destination, the only place he wanted to be, San Antonio. Back in February, he wanted to be a Spur. He got there, he got his wish, and now months later, he gets the full max contract. And this is after the Spurs already drafted Dylan Harper, have the reigning Rookie of the Year as well, and Stephon Castle. So that backcourt is loaded. So now he's going to have no state taxes as well with this extension compared to his old California residence. But for De'Aaron Fox, him, Victor Wembanyama, him and Victor Wembanyama have developed a very close relationship. And, overall, I think for the Spurs, this is something that they wanted to make sure they got done early this offseason.
Yeah, Spurs making sure they made that move early. Shams catching a straight right there for taking a shot at California. Shams, thanks so much for that.
You get a lot of text where Sean lives, too.
Yeah, that is true, too.
Okay, let me see some reactions to the De'Aaron Fox deal. Because I don't know about De'Aaron Fox if he's even going to stay with the Spurs. Let me see what Jeff Teague will say.
Fox got paid yesterday, 4-year, 229. It's a lot of mixed feelings out here in these streets about this deal, man. How y'all feel about it?
Who got a mixed feeling?
Fox shoot too much for my life, man.
Spurs kind of overpaid. Some people feel like, what are Spurs doing paying him this much
I don't
money?
see him sharing the passing the ball enough to keep all other young talent on the team happy.
Tell it shine, but They gave up a lot of resources to get him too.
Yeah, he don't fit.
Is he not like one of them ones? Like,
bro,
I agree.
He's 26 and like 7 or something like that.
he deserved that.
Yeah, and the nigga 17 getting good numbers. Like,
What we doing?
He only like 25, 26. What he like 26 or something like that?
he young, bro.
Yeah, I was confused by that when I seen it. Like, 'cause, I mean, obviously, granted, where you looking from the sources from, but I was confused. It was so much hate on the deal. I'm like, De'Aaron Fox is a really good point guard. I mean, it is a number, but it's a number.
So is the De'Aaron, because I like De'Aaron Fox, and I think he's worth the money. But is the hate for De'Aaron Fox coming from the situation with the Spurs because they got a Stephon Castle, because they got Dylan Harper? Is it because of the situation, or do people just not like De'Aaron Fox as a player? I see it say Fox shoot too much for your liking, and he don't share and pass the ball enough. But I don't know, bro. I think he's definitely at least a second option on the championship team. I think he definitely could do that.
So he deserves it.
He's elite. Bro.
I mean, forget the number. Who else are they gonna give some big bread to over there?
Yeah.
Who else is deserving more than him? Forget how much the money is. Like, I'm the second person over here.
I am. Sure.
Yeah, I'm 26 and 7.
Like,
Yeah,
that's proven.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
I don't understand that. That's crazy.
Yeah,
They
clearly.
keep trying to say because they got Dylan Harper and
Devin Vassell.
Yeah.
And Castle.
And Castle. They keep
too.
saying that, but
Yeah, what about him?
we don't know what Dylan Harper. He hasn't played yet, bro. I know what De'Aaron Fox gonna give me, bro.
I mean, it's a pecking order, though.
Yeah,
You know, we
but
want
that's what
Dylan
they were
Harper
just
to
saying
kill.
on the internet.
But he gonna, by the time Dylan Harper up in his deal,
Yeah, he gonna be
he
ready to
gonna,
leave anyway.
he gonna be De'Aaron Fox if he's the player.
I don't know if I like all three of them together though.
Fox would be on like one of his last years.
I ain't gonna stunt. I don't like De'Aaron Fox, Castle, and Harper, all three of them together, because I don't think they complement each other well. Am I tripping for that? I don't even know if Dylan Harper and Stephon Castle can play together. It's not. Where's the shooter? Where's the shooter? Where's the playmaking pass first guy? Like, De'Aaron Fox want to score, Dylan Harper want to score. Stephon Castle, he kind of is like the defender, but he's not the greatest passer. Can't really shoot on a consistent basis. So it's just a log jam at point guards that kind of don't have complementary skill sets, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be a movable contract by then.
Yeah, he'd be 30.
He'd be
31 by
30.
then.
Yeah, 31. He'd still be a good player.
Yeah, bro. I average 26, bro. Leave me alone. Like, pay me, bro. What are we talking about?
His name stands some fuck shit, though.
Yeah.
For
no
no
reason,
reason,
bro.
saying
No
nothing.
reason. He is cold.
But RC say Wemby can get his own shot. Why does he need Fox? I think Fox, although he can cook, I think he's going to try and ride Wemby coattails. Man, De'Aaron Fox is a better scorer than Wemby right now. He's more clutch. He's more consistent. He's more explosive as a scorer than Wemby. Wemby, his highlight reel looks crazy, but Wemby on a consistent basis, he's not a go-to scorer. He flashes like a motherfucker, but if Wemby was really what people say he is on offense, now the defense is there, but Wemby can't consistently carry no offense right now. If so, he would have had them in a play-in or a playoff by now, just like Paolo now. I'm just saying, I get the situations are different, but him and Paolo came to similar situations. Paolo elevated his team quickly because he was NBA ready from a physicality standpoint, and he had a mature offensive game. Wemby is more polished defensively, but his offensive game is not where De'Aaron Fox is, not where Paolo's is. It's not carrying a team to that next level in terms of playing or playoffs. That's just me personally.
I don't get it.
He don't be talking crazy. My boy stay out the way. All he do is get out there and kill.
No, that's all he do. I'm interested to see how they play though. I wonder what lineup do they start? Do they start De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle,
Got to.
Dylan Harper? Like, who do you start?
Yeah,
Gotta start Castle.
Because you still
Rookie
got
of the year.
Sohan.
Yeah.
Vassell get paid a lot of money.
You
from
still
over
got Vassell, Sochan, whatever his name is.
They should have got rid of him.
there. Is ever talking?
Bro, what should be the Spurs starting five? Because I think it's not properly defined right now. Let me see. I'm looking up 2K and shit. Google. Let me look up the Spurs roster. Let me see what the Spurs roster look right now. Because I'm trying to see what y'all think they starting five should be. Bro, why does shit look like that? Why this shit so goddamn big? See, nah, hell no. I don't like this shit that big, bro. Okay, here we go. So you got Harrison Barnes, Carter Braun, Stephon Castle, Fox, Harper, Ingram, Johnson, Cornette, Olenek, Sohan, Vassell. Okay, so you got you probably gonna start Victor Wembanyama. So you starting Victor Wembanyama with either Luke Cornette or Kelly Olynyk because you want Wemby to play the power forward, or you want Wemby at center, and then you got Harrison Barnes. You still got Harrison Barnes there, Fox, Castle. Okay, let me see if I can do the backcourt situation. I want Fox, Vassell, and Castle. Is Castle big enough to guard threes? Is he big enough to guard? Nah, I ain't forgetting about Vassell, RC, because I definitely want Fox and Vassell because Vassell is an off-ball player. He's probably the only guard they got that is a off-ball scorer. Like he's scoring off pin downs, catch and shoots. So I want Fox, Vassell. Can Castle play the three? That's the question right there. Because if I could have Fox, Vassell, Castle, Wemby and Olynyk maybe, or Sohan and Wemby, depending if Wemby go play the 5. I think Wemby has to be a 5. He's trying to be a 7'3", 7'4" power forward. I don't think that's gonna work. But yeah, I think De'Aaron Fox is you gotta start. Wemby, you gotta start. Vassell, you gotta start. Now, who is the other two around them? I would like Castle and Sohan, me personally, or I don't know.
Well, yeah, I think they possibly might. They're gonna have to at some point. But you know,
do you start Luke Cornette as the 5?
Got to play a lot.
Kelly Olynyk. Look at this roster of bigs.
I like their team, but do Harrison Barnes start?
Most definitely.
Harrison Barnes was gone.
So then who you don't start? Castle still coming off the bench?
I don't like that. It kind of look like he might though.
So you starting? Obviously, we know De'Aaron's at the 1. Who's at the 2? Because
like
you start.
I'd rather have Dylan Harper coming off the bench. Start is Castle because he's a big guy, bro. I think Castle can play that wing position and guard wings, man.
Vassell probably gonna start
because CP started last year. So who you gonna start now?
So it's either between Vassell and Castle. Who you gonna start?
Vassell gonna start.
He getting that chicken.
So again, Castle gonna be at the 3.
So Harrison off the pond.
HB ain't never came off the pond now.
They gonna play old buddy at the 4, the big man, Wemby and Luke Cornette at the 5.
Yep. I don't see Harrison coming.
I doubt it. I think they play Wemby at the 5 and Harrison at the 4. Or does that mean Sochan? Whatever.
Yeah, Jeremy
Sochan, whatever boy name is.
Is he started at the? That's the question with that lineup. HB don't come off the bench, so if he does, cool.
At the same time, though, these dudes ain't even made it to a play-in, bro. So should nobody be expecting to start outside of Fox, Wemby, and potentially Vassell? Even Vassell. Vassell got to start. He their best off-ball player, so especially in the backcourt. So Vassell, Wemby, and Fox got to start. But anybody outside them 3 shouldn't expect to start. I would want Castle to start because he can play defense, and I think he's just a good complementary type of player as long as the spacing is right. Who got traded, RC? I seen Sykes got traded. I thought Keldon Johnson was going to be a starter in this league, but if he's going to be, it's not going to be with the Spurs. Keldon like a quality bench piece at this point. He could start somewhere. It just, Spurs kind of just gave up on him. He got to have defense around him, probably play in a fast-paced system. Keldon Johnson could start somewhere, or he could be a 6-man. You're probably right about that, but I don't know. He seemed like a starter to me. Okay. I do got to do this real quick, though. I got to do this real quick. OBS, YouTube, transparent. I'm gonna show y'all some game real quick. Can you make a OBS YouTube transparent background for browser? But make text readable on any surface. Watch this. Watch this. Yep. Okay, let me see. Let me see if this works. I'm trying to make it to where I can see the chat a little bit better. Okay. Can y'all see the chat a little bit better?
I mean, but you got a lot of people you got to figure out in that wing position.
Harrison Barnes can come off the bench.
No! Wait, hold on. DJ Carrington got traded? DJ Carrington got traded? Hold on. Hold on. Whoa. To the Lynx? Whoa. Okay. Man, we got rid of DJ Carrington and man. She's already playing games for the Lynx? Oh my goodness, bro. That was my baby, man. Let me hear it. Let me just see what's going on.
The Minnesota Lynx have made a major move to strengthen their roster, acquiring guard DJ Carrington from the Dallas Wings in a significant trade.
What's this AI? Oh man, I don't like this shit. What's that AI?
The Dallas Wings traded DJ Carrington for a 2027 second-round pick, Carly Samuelson and Diamond Miller. The Lynx getting DJ Carrington is cool. She'll be a good sixth woman for them. But this is an incredible trade for the Dallas Wings. I've been waiting for this day for a very long time. Diamond Miller is finally free from Cheryl Reeve. I was extremely disappointed that Diamond Miller did not end up on the Valkyries. Whether or not it was because the Lynx protected her, or the Valkyries did not want her, this was a missed opportunity.
Okay, wait, hold on. So what was the trade?
But this is an incredible trade for the Dallas Wings. Diamond Miller.
So, damn. There we go. So, Carly Samuelson, Minnesota's 27 second, and Diamond Miller for D. What? Bro. RC, how we feeling about that trade, bro? Diamond Miller's not that good, man. She can't stay healthy. And she's just not better than DJ Carrington right now. Maybe going into the future. But we already got like Maddie. So who is we building this team around? Okay, Paige. So we might as well trade Enrique then and completely rebuild. We might as well trade Enrique and completely rebuild then, RC. AJ, what it do, my boy? But man, I mean, trading DJ Carrington for Diamond Miller, bro, say it's great for Dallas. I'm gonna hear him out.
Carly Samuelson and Diamond Miller. The Lynx getting DJ Carrington is cool. She'll be a good sixth woman for them. But this is an incredible trade for the Dallas Wings. I've been waiting for this day for a very long time. Diamond Miller is finally free from Cheryl Reeve. I was extremely disappointed that Diamond Miller did not end up on the Valkyries. Whether or not it was because the Lynx protected her, or the Valkyries did not want her, this was a missed opportunity. Cheryl Reeve is one of the greatest coaches of all time. I will never disrespect her X's and O's understanding of the game, but she's wasted way too much young talent the past few years, especially Diamond Miller. This is exactly the problem with good teams getting a hold of lottery picks, especially with ones that are raw prospects. Diamond Miller was never a good fit for the Lynx. Maddie Segrist fits the profile of what Cheryl Reeve typically likes in her players, a forward who can space the floor, rebound, and defend. But they didn't want to be known as the team that passed on Diamond Miller if she ended up dominating, so they took her instead of Maddie. And I would argue this is a big part of why they held on to Diamond for so long, even though...
So what that core look like, RC? 'Cause I guess she's a former number 2 pick and she got hit with injury, but what does that Dallas core look like? Is it Paige, Maddie, and Diamond Miller? Is that a good core going into the future?
Though she wasn't part of their win now timeline. Diamond Miller looked like a promising rookie because she was allowed to play her game. She thrives in ISO situations, post-ups, and in transition. But when the Lynx added a bunch of key pieces in the 2024 offseason, Diamond Miller was doghoused by Cheryl Reeve. She would get yanked as soon as she made a mistake, or was subjected to only playing in garbage time in the 2024 season. The narrative was that it was because Diamond Miller was battling through so many injuries. I would have bought that if we didn't see the same exact issues when she was healthy this season.
I want to keep Maddie.
But she still wasn't getting in the game. Despite her struggles at Minnesota,
Maddie better than Diamond Miller.
In Diamond Miller. She has the size and strength of a power forward, but the handles and speed of a point guard. She's a big guard that actually plays big. She gets to the rim and has no fear of contact. She is great at powering through her opponents, and I think this is something that will get better with time, as she gets more strength and conditioning training. She's a mismatch nightmare. She's too big for smaller guards to contest her shots, but too quick for bigger players to stay in front of her. She also has a nasty fadeaway. It would not remotely shock me if Dallas runs a small ball lineup, where Diamond Miller is the power forward. 1, because their front court play has been horrendously bad, and 2, because her low post fadeaway is one of the strongest parts of her game. I've seen some people suggest that this is a terrible trade for Dallas, but I couldn't...
I'm one of them.
...disagree more. Dejanay Carrington has been a disaster for the Wings. Dejanay is an incredible role player, which we saw at Connecticut, and she should be able to give Minnesota some quality minutes too. But the problem in Dallas is she tried to play like a star. She was playing like Kelsey Mitchell, except she doesn't have her elite shot-making ability. It also didn't help that she looked nothing like the first-team all-defender she was last year for Connecticut. Haley Jones has been much better in the role Dejanay was supposed to play for them. But don't just take my word for it. She's statistically one of the worst scorers in the WNBA. She's averaging 10 points.
No, shout out Haley, bro. Shout out Haley. Haley Jones, it didn't work out for her in Atlanta. I like her resurging in Dallas. Shout out Haley. She has been playing good off that bench for us.
10 shot attempts. She's shooting 26% from 3 and is only converting 38% of her 2-point attempt. And to add insult to injury, she's turnover prone because she tries to be an ISO scorer rather than setting up for her teammates. The Dallas Wings were a -7 when Dejanay Carrington was on the floor, which was by far the worst on the team. It was very clear she didn't want to be there, so the fact they were able to walk away with any positives in a trade is massive. Diamond Miller is only 24 years old and still has a lot of upside. The Wings were able to get way more out of Haley Jones than other teams were, and I think they will be able to do the exact same for Diamond Miller. The 2027 second-round pick is not something that can be overlooked either. With how stacked that draft class is, that's the equivalent of a late first-round pick in most drafts. Dallas is losing a lot of games right now, but long-term it's going to pay off. They are taking a very similar approach that the Mystics are taking. They are developing so many talented players who are
I
around
definitely
the same
want to
age
shop
group.
Enrique.
They will keep growing
Definitely.
together, which will develop more chemistry over time, and that's going to make them dangerous. One of the biggest myths is that a lot of players in the WNBA don't play or get cut because they aren't good enough. The Sparks dumped Arie McDonald for unexplained reasons, which ended up being a massive boost for the Fever, and I think the same thing will happen for Diamond Miller. Mark my words, Diamond Miller is going to make Minnesota look crazy for giving up on her. She's finally on a team where she can play her style of play rather than being forced to learn a system that doesn't suit her. I can't wait to see what she does for Dallas. But that's it for this video. Who do you think won this trade? And do you believe
Okay. He kind of selling me on Diamond Miller, but I love Dejanay character. She was bad for us. Haley Jones did step up, and as long as we got Paige, we just need to build around Paige. We definitely need to shop Enrique. I'm definitely with you on that. But yeah. Say, bro, I have seen people have been disrespecting the Toronto Raptors. I just was looking at this thing on the side. But let me see. Because I did want to talk about Paolo and Jeff Teague. Man, I'm finna expose Jeff Teague because Bro just keeps disrespecting Paolo Banchero. And I want y'all to hear for yourselves what he done said this time, bro. I just can't believe it.
They got a good team. They got a good team, but they just
Eastern Conference split. Those and a lot of other pieces.
That's my favorite team.
Is that something that the Knicks can
roster, bro? Everybody is 6'9".
Locked in today, bro.
Smallest guard.
Damn, my boy D-Bane 6'5". He bigger than what I thought.
T. Jones is their smallest guard, and he he a quality back.
Jonathan Isaac, put your praying hands in the
defense, bro.
I mean, shit, they got the OG.
Got bodies.
Yeah, they got a chance.
I get it, bro.
Paulo gonna be top 3 MVP.
I like the match, but you know who I like more?
Here we go.
Barbie.
Listen to this.
I like the match, but you know who I like more? Atlanta Hawks.
Barbie.
Yeah,
morning mimosas.
Why y'all sleep, bro? Y'all better look at that roster. Y'all better lock that roster, bro.
Ain't better magic.
We got something that they don't have.
Dyson Daniels.
Trae Young.
We need Dyson.
They don't got Trae Young.
Y'all don't got Paolo Banchero.
Yeah, Paolo better than
Jalen Johnson can. He just as good as Paolo.
What?
No, he not just as good as Paolo.
Yeah, he is, bro. He right
Did
there.
y'all hear this? Yeah. Did y'all hear what Jeff Teague just said? RC, did you hear what Jeff Teague just said? He said Jalen Johnson from the Atlanta Hawks, who I love as like a third scorer, third playmaker, do it all type of Swiss Army knife, small forward, power forward hybrid. He said he just as good as Paolo, bro. Jeff Teague does this all the time, man. Can we finally acknowledge that Jeff Teague just straight up reaches in the offseason? Dude, let's listen to this one more time.
Dyson Daniels.
Trae Young.
We need Dyson.
They don't got Trae Young.
Y'all don't got Paolo Banchero.
Yeah, Paolo better than
Jalen Johnson can. He just as good as Paolo.
What?
No, he not just as good.
This dude said Jalen Johnson just good as Paolo. Y'all keep listening. Let's listen to this whole this part.
Jalen Johnson.
He's good. He not as good as him.
I swear.
Jalen Johnson, but we got Paolo at home.
Shit, look at that. Go look at them stats. 25, 7 and 4.
26.
26, 7 and 4.
Yeah,
and he the first option. 18, 10 and 5.
I like Jalen.
He's good.
Paolo the first option.
Jalen will be an All-Star this year.
He the first option.
Yeah.
But he also played with another All-Star too in France. Let's see what France numbers because he shoots the ball out.
23 or something crazy. 24. What are we doing, Tigger?
What do you mean?
What are we doing?
They the only two that get the ball.
Hey, he dribbled the ball up the court too.
He the only two that get the ball. They literally take turns. My man averaged 24 and 11.
Hey man,
what are we talking about?
Then he just said Jalen Johnson averaged 20, 11, and 4. Basically, that's not the case. He's not as good as Paolo, and it's just like, man, Jeff Teague, my boy. But bro, the disrespect on Paolo is crazy. Paolo got a chance to be first or second team All NBA next season. I think he could finish top 5, top 10 in MVP voting because I do think the Magic gonna be in play to have the best record in the East. I think they are top 2, top 3 team. It's gonna be between them, the Knicks, and the Cavs for the best record in the East. Paolo, come on, man. He's the best number 1 overall pick that we done seen in a minute. Everybody saying Wemby, the emergence of Ant, Cade, but say, bro, Paolo is right there, man. For right now, to me, is Ant, Paolo, Cade, then Wemby in terms of the young under 25 number 1 overall picks, man. Like, I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Y'all can talk about how y'all love Wemby's potential all y'all want to, but he's not better than Paolo right now. And for him to compare, for Jeff Teague to compare Jalen Johnson to Paolo, it is just so disrespectful to Paolo, man.
A lot. Because Paolo Banchero is
26.
Yes.
I'm telling you, Jalen Johnson.
You ain't hearing the book.
I am. He right there.
He is good.
That shit ain't sweet over there.
Hell no, it ain't sweet.
Nah. I
like
think
Jalen
KP's health is going to determine a lot for y'all. If he's healthy, I think I got a solid squad for sure. I think I can make some noise. Trey Young is definitely.
I got the Hawks top
they
6,
don't got
top 5.
nobody guarding Trey. Them niggas is cooked.
Suggs is crazy.
Everybody
and they switch. They switch.
You say Jalen Johnson better than Paolo. Jeff Teague having a 1-man troll party. Nah, facts. Paolo gonna be better than Tatum. He could be around that same ballpark right now. He's Paolo, man. He done showed up in every playoff. Well, he only played in 2 playoffs, but Paolo is bigger than Tatum. I don't know, man. I got to see more from Paolo as a shooter. But Paolo could be on Tatum level in a couple years. I ain't gonna cap. Cade is going to need a certified number 2 guy. And if he's going to get... And if he's not, he's going to need more scoring help to keep the Pistons rising in the East. Would y'all take Cade over Paolo? AJ, RC, y'all taking Cade over Paolo?
Paolo and Franz are cooked. They switch everything.
That's cool, but Trey Young can't guard. No, none of
He on Jalen Suggs. He good.
We gonna get a switch.
We good. We hedging.
We hedging. We gonna find
we hedging.
Say, bro, Hawks have no chance against the Magic, bro. The Magic, y'all finna see the Magic, man. I said this like a couple years ago. RC, I don't know if you was around when I said it on one of these lives, but I said, bro, the Magic are going to rise in the East just like the Thunder would go rise in the West. And I had predicted a while back that we was going to have a Thunder versus Magic finals at some point in the next 3 to 5 years. I said that.
They gonna play that lineup where it's no PG and D Bane is the de facto point guard.
Paolo over Cade, but it's a lot closer than it was. No, that's facts.
He going to set screens.
But Paolo 6'10", bro.
Not just cooking niggas like that, bro. He not
And he a better athlete. Cade not that athletic.
When John Perrin was hurt, bro, he was out there cooking.
He coming off pick and rolls and stuff, bro. He just not in pin downs. He just not ISOing Trey Young and just cook. Y'all niggas act like Trey Young just not gonna try, bro.
Man, Magic just got way more star level talent than Atlanta. Jeff Teague cooked on his take. Let me see. Jalen not touching Paolo. Jeff talking because he a Hawk. Okay, I'm glad somebody said it in the comments. It say Jalen not touching Paolo. Jeff talking because he a Hawk. Okay. Jalen Johnson is cold. Ain't nobody saying Jalen Johnson not cold. Jalen Johnson is everything you want about a small forward, but his only limitations are shot creation, 3-point percentage, and injuries. Not better than Paolo. He cold for sure, but Paolo probably top 10, top 15 easily. Jalen Williams has an argument better than Paolo, but definitely not Jalen Johnson as of now. Jalen Williams ain't better than Paolo. Jalen Williams is a number 2. He go get boosted because he won, but we know how they go. Okay, Jeff T was talking crazy on something else when he said this right here.
Devin Booker or Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell scored 70 or something like that.
Right. That's a good
let me frame this, y'all. Devin Booker or Donovan Mitchell. Y'all let me know who y'all taking before I play this. Devin Booker or Donovan Mitchell. Let me know who y'all taking. Who's the better shoot guard right now? Devin Booker or Donovan Mitchell?
Who better? Devin Booker or Donovan Mitchell? Donovan Mitchell scored 70 or something like that.
Right. That's a good question, bro.
Are we cooking now?
Honestly, don't know the answer.
Who you taking?
I'm taking Donovan Mitchell.
I'm taking Don.
I don't know, bro.
I'm biased, but I'm taking Don.
I'm going to take Donovan Mitchell.
I'm going to go D-Book.
Yeah, I'm going D-Book.
Why?
Donovan Mitchell better than D-Book. That's what I'm taking. AJ say, sheesh. Nah, Cade. I take Cade over Mitchell. Nah, I'm going Mitchell, Cade, then Booker. Booker ain't elevated. Booker never did what Cade did. Booker wouldn't have took Detroit to the playoffs. There, I said it. I mean, I said it. There, I said it. I plead the fifth. I'm taking D Mitch. Okay, ARC, I'm right there with you. I'm taking D Mitch all day. What Donovan Mitchell did in Utah, what he's doing in Cleveland with the level of talent he's had, bro, this dude, Bro, Devin Booker has played with Chris Paul. When Chris Paul got there, he elevated the team. Devin Booker didn't, because before Chris Paul, they was doing a little something in the bubble. But other than that, they've been terrible. Then they got KD. KD elevated their team, become the best player. Every time somebody has came to play with Devin Booker, they became the best player. Chris Paul was the best player on that team. Devin Booker was the best scorer, but Chris Paul was the most important player. KD came. KD was the most important player on that team. He was the best player on that team. Devin Booker has never carried a team. When KD got injured last year, and it was him and Bradley Beal, bro, Devin Booker was selling, man. He was selling. He was playing, and he was just not shooting good. You would expect the dude that was in contention to be a top 10 player, an Olympian, and Devin Booker to be able to carry the Suns to where you could at least stay relevant. They need to make the play-in, bro. So the fact that you can't even withstand Kevin Durant getting hurt and keep the Suns afloat, that's crazy. Donovan Mitchell on the Suns, I promise you, if Kevin Durant would have went down, Donovan Mitchell would have been out here averaging 35. I promise you. And they still would have been alive for the play-in and for the playoffs. Devin Booker has never elevated a team, bro. I'm sorry. Devin Booker, and I love Devin Booker coming out of Kentucky. I thought he was too good to be on the bench when he was on the bench in Kentucky. I just can't do it with Devin Booker no more, bro. He was an Olympian, man. He's been all NBA before. The fact that you in your prime and KD was injured, and you still, even though KD was injured, you had Bradley Beal. You supposed to keep them in playoff contention, bro. I'm done with Devin Booker, man. I'm done with Devin Booker, bro. Who's gonna have the better record? Between who?
Donovan Mitchell can't get us.
He can't win.
Yeah, he can't get us over the hump.
Because that be what y'all base the shit off of.
All right, but Donovan Mitchell ain't never had a Chris Paul.
Facts.
Because D-Book would never be in this conversation if he didn't have Chris Paul.
Facts.
He would not took us nowhere.
I go player for player. I think.
I'm saying, but y'all, they give him the edge because they won.
The only thing that Donovan Mitchell is better to me than Devin Booker is athleticism. Yeah. Outside of that, I don't know, bro.
I think Donovan.
The only B-Hen said the only thing Donovan Mitchell is better at than Devin Booker is athleticism. I'll say Devin Booker a better passer, but I don't know. Donovan Mitchell is pretty much better at everything else outside of passing, bro.
Mitchell done put more teams on his back.
That's a fact.
Devin Booker severely overrated. Facts.
Nigga had Utah popping.
Yeah, I was gonna say, outside of Gordon, he's been the best player on the team he's always played on.
Mm-hmm.
Cause he aggressive as hell.
I like him better than Gordon Hayward. That's my guy.
Yeah, I did too.
I ain't mad at it.
Bro, Gordon Hayward was never been in. Donovan Mitchell was the guy from his rookie year. Are we forgetting Donovan Mitchell beat Carmelo, Paul George, and Russell Westbrook? And he had Bojan Bogdanovic and Joe Ingles. Remember they was talking about Joe Ingles stopping Paul George? That was rookie Donovan Mitchell on that Utah team. Bro, we got out. Bro, people are so disrespectful, bro.
I think that's a great comparison, though. But I like D-Book, bro.
I mean, I like how D-Book play, but
D-Book averaged 7 assists too, which people do.
But
that's pretty
to
good.
not make it to the playoffs with Kevin Durant as your partner.
There we go.
He was in a turmoil over there.
I don't give a damn. Them two people together, and y'all supposed to just. I don't give a fuck. Y'all supposed to just make it just cause.
Yeah, y'all definitely supposed to
y'all just that good at basketball. Y'all supposed to just make it.
I agree with that.
And then to see him take no disrespect,
but it
to
wasn't
Darius,
because of the talent though why they didn't make it.
When
Whatever the case may be.
When you that good, no matter what it is.
You're not making the playoffs. We're not talking about not winning a championship. Not making the playoffs is crazy, bro.
Thank you. Bro. They done pretty much said everything that needs to be said, bro. Devin Booker, you supposed to be a top 10 player. You an Olympian. You can't get your team to the playoffs. Tyler Hero and Bam got to the playoffs. Tyler Hero got his team to the playoffs. Or you can say Bam got his team to the playoffs. Devin Booker for what he is and Bradley Beal for what he is. They should have been in playoff contention the whole year with or without Kevin Durant, because Devin Booker, you are supposed to be a guy that's supposed to elevate the team and get us up here, man. There's no excuse for how the Suns went out last season, man. And for the Suns to give Devin Booker a big bag like they gave him, man, no, you were severely overrated from your portion of how you play, how you been talked about, and your contract. Devin Booker probably the most overrated player in the league, bro. Devin Booker has got to be the most overrated player in the league, bro.
Two top 100 players of all time.
Yeah, you got 3 perennial All-Stars.
I gotta make the playoffs.
Some guys shake.
2 future Hall of Fame.
Devin Booker's disgusting.
I'm just
you
saying.
are.
At least a play in.
They didn't make nothing.
And
2 top 100 players all time. They 2 top of all time. We talking about in the whole NBA.
AJ, I hated the Kobe comparison for Devin Booker because Devin Booker never could jump over paper, man. You can't you can't compare a dude to Kobe when you don't have the athleticism, the wingspan, the defensive instincts. Kobe was the best two-way player of all time at the shooting guard position. Kobe was a better two-way player than Michael Jordan. Like, he was the best defensive shooting guard of all time. Hands down. Kobe was the best defensive shooting guard of all time, bro. DJ in chat, answer this. Answer this, though. Start bench cut, Devin Booker, Desmond Bain, Austin Reeves. Okay, I'm definitely starting Devin Booker. I'm benching Desmond Bain, and I'm cutting Austin Reeves. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's tough, bro.
And then you watch Donovan take that Cleveland team to
And we can't name
record-setting year for them. And they had Brian in that franchise.
But I'm saying though, Darius Garland is pretty good. Bro.
Darius Garland's a hell of a good player.
Good.
He has a good
Stretch,
team. He has a good
yes,
team.
bro. Stretch is decent. Bro.
All right, now we go. It's
One
funny.
video is crazy.
You
bro.
go player, you team for team.
Yeah, Jared Allen is Tim Duncan.
Nah.
See, these dudes are talking. I can't keep listening to this. That's crazy. He just compared Jared Allen to Tim Duncan. And I'll say this. Cleveland Cavaliers these past 2 years, man, that supporting cast has left Donovan Mitchell hanging, man. I would trade Darius Garland and Jared Allen. Keep Evan Mobley and Donovan Mitchell together and trade Garland and Allen and see what else I can get, man. Go get I don't know, bro. But that dude is crazy. This dude is crazy. I'm finna get off of this, man. But it was
Nah, he ain't Tim Duncan.
He act like Tim.
He act like Tim. Yeah, act like Tim Duncan.
Yeah, he definitely.
He probably a little worse than Tim.
But player for player, comparing this Cavs team to the Suns, okay, y'all win.
Who you want on Charlotte, AJ? I did want to see this. I did want to see Mitchell. He carried. Okay, so we do got some Mitchell believers. He carried the Utah team. Suns were quiet before CP3. Booker had been the same player for the past 3-4 years. People only hype him because of his affinity for Kobe. D. Mitch seen MVP level Paul George and Russ Packing as a rookie. What are we talking about? See, bro, I love the YouTube comment section, man. AJ, who you said you wanted in Charlotte? Okay, it's RC say DeAndre Hunter didn't bring nothing either coming over in the mid season. DeAndre Hunter was cool. He ain't stink it up. For him. Somebody did call out B Hen. They say B Hen stay out the weed. Jared Allen ain't no Tim Duncan. What the Let me see what the replies say. Oh yeah, they on that. Yep. Okay, so the comment section ain't too. They wasn't tripping. Oh, Jared Allen to the Hornets. I guess that would be cool. I ain't gonna stunt. Don't sleep on Kalkbrenner, AJ. Don't sleep on Kalkbrenner, bro. Kalkbrenner, he'll bring a summer league championship to Charlotte, bro. Kalkbrenner was a dog. Oh, Cam Thomas. How do we feel about Cam Thomas?
For sure. Hey man, before we get out of here,
how are we feeling about Cam Thomas? Let me look up his numbers real quick. Cam Thomas stat, because I did want to see. Let me see Cam Thomas numbers. That nigga from Japan? Y'all knew Cam Thomas was from Japan? What the hell? Okay, let's look at Cam. Let's do okay, so Cam Thomas, that's when KD then was there, the 8.5. 24 points a game, but he only played 25 games. The year before that, 22 points a game. Man, Cam Thomas. Well, how we feeling about Cam Thomas? How we feeling about Cam Thomas? Lakers definitely finna have a better record. I mean, the Clippers definitely finna have a better record than the Lakers, or I ain't gonna count. How we feeling about Cam Thomas though? Is Cam Thomas worth a bag? Does Cam Thomas deserve to be built around and given a contract in Brooklyn? If not, what would be a good place for Cam Thomas? Because Cam Thomas last year, 44 from the field, 35 from three. That's pretty solid. 24 points, 4 assists. His assists are jumping every year. Assist turnover ratio ain't crazy though. Cam Thomas, 23 a game, 66 games played, 44, 36. So for Cam Thomas, Cam Thomas on the Bucks? Cam Thomas on the Bucks? I don't know. Let's see what Jeff Teague and them talking about.
We never talk about basketball here, but this is funny. Y'all see the Cam Thomas situation?
I haven't. What do you do?
Basically, he feels like he got lowballed by the Nets. They basically offered him 2 year at 14 a year, basically 2 year, 28, I believe, something like that.
Okay.
And it's just like, you know what I'm saying, he don't feel the value, and a lot of people around the league are saying, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot of people who are quote-unquote bench players is asking for this money. And you remember you talking about this, about the money drying up for specialists. Is that role going to be super niche now in the NBA? People who they just deem can only get buckets and just get buckets?
Yeah, it's always been that role. That's why this is no shade when I'm saying this. But when you get put in that mode, in that role, you always get underpaid. Now, Lou Williams got underpaid his whole career.
Yeah.
He definitely should have.
Never made $10 million a year.
Yeah, he brought way more to the game than just scoring, because he was actually, obviously we know he could score. He was a bucket, but he a hell of a teammate, hell of a dude. But when you get put in that role, like, you never see too many just scores. They come off the bench, 6-man, just straight scoring specialists get super paid. I mean, it's rare that you see that unless you superstar. Like, we think about it, like Jamal Crawford was a great player.
Yeah.
He got paid when he was a starter. But when he came to 6-man a year, I think the most he probably got 15, 14 million. But you would think somebody like him with the scoring potential.
Manu Ginobili.
Yeah, 14 million. You would think they would be, but Manu was a better player. He was more than a scorer. But you would think they made 25 million a year.
No.
Okay. I kind of understand Jeff Teague's point here. 6 men don't get paid up to par with stars and stuff like that. But 6 man is still just a role player, bro. Just because you can score. Bro, Lou Williams, what was he doing? What was Lou Williams doing to get paid more than what he got paid? What was Jamal Crawford doing to get paid more than what he got paid? I think they got paid appropriately. You know what I'm saying? If you the 4th best player on the team, you should get paid like the 4th best player on the team. Now, if you get paid, let's say Lou Williams was the 4th best player on those teams that he was 6 man. He should get paid like the 4th best player, regardless of what position it is or situation it is. And I think, you know, Cam Thomas, he's in a role that you would think he would deserve a certain amount if you look at the numbers. But you be like, bro, this is not real, bro. This is not what you would play on a championship team. I think you should pay guys based on what they would be on a championship team, if that makes sense.
And then when you go look at it, it's like, damn, he only, because you got one role. Even like Jordan Clarkson and them, they getting paid. What, 14, 15, 16 million? That's about your range.
Yeah.
It ain't far off. The Nets they ain't disrespect him really. Like, I mean, I know he averaging 24.
So that's what he's looking at as production.
Yeah,
but
like,
they looking at more as like, you doing this on our bad Nets team. And he looking at like, yo, I got potential to be a superstar. Like, I got potential to be one of the guys, but they just don't see.
Oh, see, yeah, Jeff T basically saying what I said. He say, Cam Thomas got the utmost faith in himself. The Nets like, nah, this team is terrible. You doing this on a terrible team, and we don't view you as what your numbers say you are.
See that in him. They still looking for the guy. If they thought he was the guy, they would pay him like the guy. But they don't see him as the guy, and he look at himself as the guy. Like, I'm one of them.
And that's the worst thing that happened to you in a lot of different things, being typecast into a role.
Yeah.
And it's just like, this is what y'all wanted me to do. Y'all wanted me to get out here, get buckets, put ass in seats, be electrifying. Now it's time to get paid. It's like, we don't want that.
Yeah, but for me as a young dude, for him, like maybe he signs the qualifying offer and he goes out there and he kills.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I'm gonna tell them I'm gonna sign that deal. Give me a player option, whatever it is, and I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna outplay it because you always want to solidify that first one.
Yeah.
What was Cam Thomas' initial offer? Let me see if I can find what did the Nets offer him? Cam Thomas Nets contract offer. Nets lowball offer. What's the lowball offer? $14 million a year. The Brooklyn Nets receiving part-time. According to the New York Post reporter Brian Lewis, Brooklyn has yet to exceed a 2-year, $28 million offer, a figure well below Thomas' perceived market value. Damn. Thomas Camp reportedly views himself in the same tier as guards like Tyler Hero, Emmanuel Quickly, who exceeded deals $30 million annually. So Cam Thomas want to be paid like Tyler Hero and Emmanuel Quickly. Is that crazy? I don't think that's crazy, bro. I got something in my eye. But if Cam Thomas want Emmanuel Quickly and Tyler Hero money, I'm not mad at that. Especially, I do think he's in the same tier as Quickly. So not exceed, yeah. I can see why he would want a Quickly deal. Let me see. Emmanuel Quickly contract, 5 years, 162. But he got overpaid. Emmanuel Quickly stats. He got overpaid like a motherfucker. So yeah. But see, that boy is shooting his ass off. Quickly shooting his ass off, bro. But he's in that tier. I wouldn't be mad at. I'm not mad at Cam Thomas for wanting the same amount of money as Quickly. 2 years, $28 million is a little crazy.
Like, you don't want to be out here. I told Shabazz Muhammad the same thing, man. I remember when I first got to the Minnesota, he had told me he turned down a 4-year $40. I said, nigga, are you dumb? He was like, I don't work more than that. I'm gonna outplay it. I'm like, no, you're not. They're not gonna give you a chance to outplay it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're never gonna get that chance to outplay that. So he don't want to be in a position where he don't get a chance to outplay it. Because imagine if he got.
Let me know in the comments. Is Cam Thomas better than Emmanuel Quickly? Who would y'all rather have, Cam Thomas or Emmanuel Quickly?
The qualifying offer might be like $7 million. I don't know what his qualifying offer is.
Yeah.
And he gonna get no tick.
Ugly.
I'm not gonna say he ain't gonna get no tick because he's good enough to play. But just imagine they like, yo, we gonna go with the draft picks and these guys, and they just start fucking with his minutes. Now, when you solidify as $14 million on that team, you gonna play. We paying this kid $14 million. You gonna at least get on the court.
Yeah. And they had 5 first-round picks this last draft.
You don't want to get caught in up and just like, yo, we losing anyway. We might as well just see what these young guys got. Like,
yeah, it's very slim, but you beat the business of basketball.
You're not.
And they'll do that to humble you too.
Yeah, but it's just like, why would we play Cam? Obviously he gonna be an unrestricted free agent.
Yeah.
We probably gonna be able to sign him back. Fuck
That's a dirty game though. That's a dirty game to be like, you know what I'm saying? Similar players, I think maybe Cam Thomas with a slight edge, although Quickly is nice too. I low-key think Quickly does more in terms of will contribute to winning, and I think Quickly will pass more. He's a better shooter in terms of catch and shoot off ball. I don't know if Cam Thomas is a winning player or if he's a winning player that he could start. I think you could start Quickly. He could be your 4th guy as a starter.
You either gonna get traded.
But I definitely think they in the same tier, and I think Cam Thomas should get paid just as much as Quickly. Even though I feel like Quickly got overpaid, so maybe you get a little bit under Quickly. If Quickly got $30 a year, Cam probably should get like 22 or 24 if I'm not tripping.
Or they just gonna sit you on the bench and you probably ain't get the rock like you want.
2 years, 28 is crazy for Cam Thomas. I get it, but 20, he still was getting 24 a game. So
if the organization fucked it,
and if you don't go the way that they want you to go, being a consummate professional, even though everything is going against your way, now you even worse as a type cast, a bad teammate. You pout, you complain. On top of you already being like in a narrow lane. It's like this cards is really stacking against your career.
Yeah, he gotta low key think about that. Like $14 million ain't a bad living.
Yeah,
obviously
man.
you want more, but just get that player
solidify
option.
that contract. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of contracts being here, you know what I'm saying? The market's set right now for the backup roles. They're waiting to see what happens between Russ and your boy Ben Simmons.
But what backup roles?
They said, you know what I'm saying? That's the market set. You know what I'm saying? Who gets signs between those two is going to be what goes forward for the next person. So a lot of teams.
Oh man, you're talking about no. Knicks should have never dealt him. They had to. I ain't gonna care. They had to deal quickly on RJ. They about to let Michael Porter Jr. shoot 29 times a night in Brooklyn. Oh my goodness, that's one of the weirdest teams in the league. That Brooklyn team is crazy. Cam Thomas doesn't play winning basketball. He a gunner on a bad team. The reason I say he don't play winning basketball is because you put him on the Thunder, Wolves, Knicks, Nuggets, and he would not change his game to fit any of those systems. He would come in gunning. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, let me hear what Jeff Teague never got to say about Jonathan Kuminga contract.
YouTube Club 520. We clowning on that mother.
Just hit the button.
God.
Don't ask more questions.
Subscribe.
Jonathan Kuminga. What a crazy situation going on with him.
What's going on with him? I ain't really tapped into his situation.
So allegedly he was offered 2-year, $45 million extension with the Warriors.
Okay.
There was supposed to be some no trade clause, not track
Oh,
for
damn.
him that he wasn't
I'm
really
tweaking.
feeling.
My bad.
It's been apparent that the Phoenix Suns really want him, that they want to offer him double that, allegedly at 90 M's. That's what they value. But, they can't get a situation to a trade. They've offered up a 4-year.
Wait, hold on.
Excuse me. 90 really feeling. It's been apparent that the Phoenix Suns really want him, that they want to offer him double that, allegedly at 90 M's. That's what they value. But, they can't get a
4 years, 90 M's for Jonathan Kuminga? What's Jonathan Kuminga value? Jonathan Kuminga, Josh Giddey, Cam Thomas. Like, what tier are they on and who should they get paid like? I think Cam Thomas and Jonathan Kuminga should be getting paid just as much as Emmanuel Quickly, or a little bit under because, like we said, Emmanuel Quickly got overpaid. So I think 22 a year for Cam Thomas and Kuminga should be about right. What did Patrick Williams get? Which is crazy. Patrick Williams contract. These are the contracts that messed it up for everybody. Patrick Williams, 5 years, 90 million, so 18 a year. So if Patrick Williams is worth 18 a year, Kuminga, Giddey, and Cam Thomas, in my personal opinion, are worth between 22 and 21 and 24, in my personal opinion.
situation to a trade. They've offered up a 4-year, 90 mil, excuse me. And also they want to give up, forgot who they want to give in the trade. They want Ryan Dunn, but they we're not giving up Ryan Dunn, so that's where the holdup is. But it's like Royce O'Neal, I forgot who else, and then 4 second-round picks, but the Warriors is like, we kind of cool on that. But then people kind of like, hey, the Warriors need him more than he needs the Warriors right now.
Mm-hmm.
But they also hell-bent on, well, if we don't trade you, bro, you know what I'm saying, you're going to rock out with this qualifying offer.
It ain't that. He can get a restricted free agent.
Yeah.
He can sign a deal.
Bulls got to keep Kobe White, AJ. I ain't gonna cap.
I don't understand that. Like, the Phoenix Suns can sign him.
Yeah.
He a restricted free agent. They got a couple of days to match it. Unless Phoenix think they're going to match it. But they don't sound like the Warriors will match it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking from this, but when I keep seeing other offers also with the Kings as well, I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but he's just like, they all want me here. Why are we doing all this for?
Yeah, I mean, but he's a restricted free agent. He can sign a contract. It ain't like you got to do a sign and trade. You can sign a contract. It must just not be no money. they must not be able to sign him unless they move a player or something.
He'll be fire on the Suns.
I like him on the Suns.
And they promised him a starting position.
I like Kuminga on the Suns.
Well, yeah.
Hey, how y'all feel about Jonathan Kuminga on the Suns? Bucks better try to get in or bid for Kuminga. Nah, I don't like him on the Bucks. Kobe White definitely needs to stay in Chicago. I like Kobe White in Chicago. But Kuminga on the Suns, how we feeling about Kuminga on the Suns?
If you go,
but they can sign him. Though. All they gotta do is, if they really want to, put a 4-year, offer him the 4-year 90 and say put a no trade clause. I'm pretty sure Golden State will not match that.
And I know the Kings want.
Why not the Suns, AJ?
I want Malik Monk contract, and the people that you want to get like Keegan Murray, like he's not available. So I don't know what's gonna happen with this.
I just don't understand why you can't sign as a restricted free agent and see if they'll match the offer.
Yeah, I wonder.
That's confusing to me. I don't think you gotta have a trade, but maybe Phoenix don't got no room.
The Suns are trying to rebuild, just centered around Devin Booker again.
He said he felt like they're in Golden State, he didn't get a chance to really play basketball. He said that like
the three,
I've been on training wheels,
or the 4.
I really got to
AJ
really showcase my skills.
Respect.
He'll be able to showcase it with Phoenix.
Yeah, he get an opportunity in Phoenix, but
I like Kuminga on Phoenix. Let's look at the Phoenix Suns roster real quick. Phoenix Suns roster. Let me see what that's looking like right now. So, Devin Booker, Dylan Brooks, Grayson Allen, Ryan Dunn, Jalen Green. Could Kuminga play the 4? Could Kuminga play the 4? Here go the roster, AJ. So you still got Allen, Booker, Brooks, Dunn, Jalen Green. I like Iguodala, Malawach, Royce O'Neal, Nick Richards, Mark Williams. I mean, he could eventually take that Dylan Brooks spot. So who would they starters be right now? So you would start Devin Booker, Jalen Green, Ryan Dunn. I don't know. Mark Williams, Malawach, Royce O'Neal. I don't even know who they be starting right now. See, now, if it's a trade, I ain't gonna cap. I probably would trade Ryan Dunn. Not Ryan Dunn. Could Ryan Dunn and Kuminga play together at the same time is the question. Because maybe you could trade Dylan Brooks. Would the Warriors want Dylan Brooks? The point guard for the Suns, they go just let Devin Booker do his thing as the point guard. They think Devin Booker can play point guard now. So they don't have a true point guard on their roster, not from what I'm seeing. Monte Morris. They got Monte Morris. It look like Jared Butler, but he's listed as a shooting guard. Colin Gillespie. They really don't have no true point guard on their roster. I like Kuminga next to Devin Booker. I don't know. I don't think that's bad.
Yeah,
that's a good fit.
Yeah, I mean,
shit. They got Dylan Brooks right now, but obviously he beat the future with that team as well.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Jalen Green got a little bit of chemistry. G League Unite. It'd be interesting, man.
Maybe they ain't got no money to sign him though. No cap space.
Yeah, I see that.
They got Jalen Green, Devin Booker, Dylan Brooks. They all making quality money.
So you got to acquire him in that trade situation and maybe start the extension next year or something like that.
Yeah, nah, they can. Whatever he signs, it's gonna start right now.
Gotcha.
So they probably trying to move.
I don't know. Jalen Green probably is a 6 man.
Trying to move them.
For sure, AJ.
Allegedly to offer
to get that space.
Yeah.
I don't know why Golden State wouldn't want Nick Richards.
Nick Richards is poo.
They accommodated him at all. It's really weird.
Nick Richards is poo. Let's see what the comments say. Warriors fans can't decide if he's trash or not, but somehow still want a great return for him. He's not trash. He just don't fit that system. The thing about Jonathan Kuminga is not trash, bro. And this shit got so many comments. Jonathan Kuminga is not trash, but his play style don't fit with the Golden State Warriors. Jonathan Kuminga is an attack first guy. He go catch, rip through, get it on the post, get it in transition, be athletic. He's not no pass on screens, down screens, cut, doing all that warrior system stuff. He's not a system player. He's definitely not a catch and shoot, read and react type player. So he just don't fit the warrior system. It's not about him being good. I easily think he could average 22 points in the league. He's super athletic and he's big. So it's just not in the warrior system. Y'all see what he did in the playoffs? This the crazy thing. This the crazy thing. We seen what Jonathan Kuminga did in the playoffs. Jonathan Kuminga stats. We seen what he did. Bro, why is he in images? Why would I be in the images looking for that? But now let's go to the game log. Let's go to 2024, 2025 playoffs. Look at this. Look how he ended. This is playoffs. This is Minnesota. 18 points, 30 points. Damn, can y'all see it? Y'all see it? Well, I don't think y'all can see it. Look. Bro, get that shit. I ain't gonna paying for that is crazy. But look at this. Jonathan Kuminga. Can y'all see his points? Jonathan Kuminga, 18 points when he finally started getting some playing time. What was that, game 3? Jonathan Kuminga, I think this is game 4 when he finally started getting some playing time. 30. Jonathan Kuminga got a 30 ball. Jonathan Kuminga's not in the same tier as Jalen Williams from the Hawks. Nah, I don't think he's that good. I think Jalen Williams brings more winning intangibles. He's a better passer. He's a better rebounder, better defender. And he's a better shooter and stuff like that. Jonathan Kuminga is like a one notch below Jalen Williams. Jalen Johnson. Jalen Williams? Nah, hell no. Jalen Williams is way better. If from OKC, he what? Oh, I don't know why I'm thinking of Jalen Johnson. Jalen, no, he's not the same tier as Jalen Williams at all. Jonathan Kuminga. Let me see. What the hell is this? Okay. Oh, it's Julius Randle. I'm tripping. Jonathan Kuminga, 23 points. Like, Jonathan Kuminga was cooking, bro. Jonathan Kuminga was cooking in the playoffs when he actually got time. Let me see. Okay. No, I don't need that. What am I doing? Y'all get it though. Y'all get it. Yeah, y'all get it though. Jonathan Kuminga was going off against when he actually got to play against Minnesota. He was doing his thing.
Yeah, they not fucking with him.
Warriors just need to let that man go on about his business.
I wonder what that's about though. We seen the issues back and forth him and Steve Kerr.
That's the problem, bro. They don't get along. So it's time to move on, bro.
Yeah.
They been had problems.
That's crazy.
Ain't nothing new.
Oh well, I guess that's gonna be the saga storyline for the upcoming.
Yeah, free Jonathan Kuminga, man. Warriors doing that boy wrong, but at the same time, he don't fit their system. Everybody know it. I did want to talk about Micah Parsons and the Cowboys real quick. I did want to talk about Micah Parsons because I seen Colin Cowherd said some stuff.
So not all contract holdouts are the same, and the media tends to always take the player side in this. I get that with Terry McLaurin of Washington. I'm on his side. I'm not on Micah Parsons. First of all, I was on team trade Micah Parsons a year ago. The Cowboys are a mile from the Philadelphia Eagles roster composition. They need 4 good players. I would have gotten a couple of second-round picks, maybe a first and a fourth, whatever. I like Micah. He's a good player. But I'm not making him the highest paid defensive end. He's not Myles Garrett. He's not Aiden Hutchinson. He's not Max Crosby. He's not TJ Watt. He's not Nick Bosa. I like him a lot, but I'm not making him.
Okay, let's start there. How good are we saying Michael Parsons? I'm a Cowboys fan, so I might be a little biased. I think Parsons is good, but I think he was supposed to be a linebacker. Don't really play in coverage. His rookie year, he was getting exposed in coverage. I feel like he's one-dimensional as a pass rusher to me, even though he lines up in multiple spots. He can only beat you with speed. He's not that as big as a Myles Garrett, as a TJ Watt. Me personally, he's not untouchable. He's not untradeable. I don't think he should be paid the highest. We already overpaid that. CD, I mean, you go give CD that money because he's such a versatile wide receiver. So I'm not mad at that. But CD just kind of pissed me off in the playoffs against the Packers when he was just whining and crying. But Parsons, he can go. I don't like that he talk just as much as Jerry. Everybody say Jerry talk too much. Jerry do this. It's everything about the media. So is Michael Parsons, bro. Michael Parsons stays in the media too. I don't know if we can just wrap all our money into like 3 or 4 guys. I just don't know if we can do it. And if I had to choose 2 of the 3, if I had to choose 2 out of the 3 between Parsons, Dak, and CD, I'm choosing Dak and CD. We seen our rookie our rookie pass rusher is going off. So I forgot the dude's name, but he from Boston College. But say, man, we can find more pass rushers and we get a good package for Micah, he can go. I think Jerry isn't trying to lowball him. He's trying to just give him a contract that he's willing to give him. And I think that's okay.
That highly coveted. CD Lamb is closer to the top of the receiving rankings, in my opinion, than Micah Parsons is on the pass rush. And by the way, I'm not even mentioning Jared Verse yet. This year, I think he'll become number 2 in the league, maybe number 3, behind like a Bosa, a Watt, and an Aiden Hutchinson or a Myles Garrett. So, and they could also franchise tag Micah Parsons for a couple years. So I'll give you an example of the difference between the 2 holdouts. So Micah Parsons was a first-round pick and a number 12 pick, and he's been a Pro Bowler. He has played up to his draft position. The player picked after him, Rashawn Slater, a first-round pick, has been a Pro Bowler. He has played up to his position. And Micah does deserve a big contract. Slater got one. I'm not denying that. But I think left tackle is harder to find and much more valuable than edge rusher. Left tackle after quarterback to me is the number 2 position by a long shot in the league. Go look at the Niners and Kyle Shanahan when Trent Williams doesn't play. Go look at the Chargers when Rashawn Slater doesn't play. There are no great backup left tackles. There's all sorts of guys that can rush the passer in the NFL.
RC, I don't know what we can get for Michael Parsons, like in terms of a haul, but we'll definitely be able to get something, and then we wouldn't have to pay him. And we can get 3 solid players or 3 good picks. If we can get, okay, let's say we get 1 good player, 2 solid picks for Michael Parsons, I would take it. I don't want to wrap all our money into Michael Parsons, bro. And bro, okay, come on, man. I didn't want to have to do it, but let's look at the stats. Let's look at the stats. Everybody just so in love with Michael Parsons. Let's look at these stats, man. Let's look at these stats. I'm not finna just look at these sacks and stuff like that. We are finna look at the game logs and we finna go to the playoffs, man. We finna go to the playoffs. Micah Parsons, 1 sack in 4 playoff games. Michael Parsons has 1 sack in 4 playoff games. 18 combined tackles. 8 of them were solos. 3 tackle for a loss, 4 quarterback hits. So y'all want us to pay a super crazy amount for Michael Parsons, and in 4 games, he's gonna play 4 games. San Francisco twice, Tampa Bay, and Green Bay. We've been 1-3 since Michael Parsons has played with us in the playoffs. 18 combined tackles, 8 of them solo, 10 assists, 3 tackles for loss, 4 quarterback hits, 3 pass deflections. and he's played 93% of the defensive snaps, 251 snaps combined. Now, does that scream super duper star? One sack in 4 playoff games. Y'all let me know. I'm just asking. Y'all let me know.
The college gives you 6 a year, guys that can play, and you get them in mid-rounds. There are no great left tackles in the 5th round historically. The top 30 left tackles of all time, 28, I think, are first-round picks. And so Micah has, and by the way, right now, Micah's contract going into this year, without a new contract, would make him the 5th highest edge rusher cap hit. That's a totally appropriate contract. Totally appropriate. That's not Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin has been a dog in the playoffs. He's been unbelievable in the regular season.
And that's where I agree. People are acting like just because he's not getting the number 1 contract for his position means it's a slight, bro. And then he talking about feeding his family. You can't feed your family with that. I don't know how big the people in your family is, dog. It was a big mo because you can't feed them with that type of contract, man. And I kind of get what Colin Cowherd saying with the Terry McLaurin situation. They made it to the NFC Championship game, so like you paid Terry McLaurin, and who was carrying their offense pre Jaden Daniels, and he got even better with Jaden Daniels.
He was the only bright spot before Jaden
Daniels. Me too. I agree.
3 years. He's unbelievably productive, and he is a 3rd-round pick. So he has wildly outperformed his contract. He is the most underrated and underpaid player in the league. Micah is paid appropriately to this point in his career. And then Washington goes out and signs Deebo Samuel, who I like, but you can't have Deebo making significantly more than Terry McLaurin. Deebo's older. Deebo's been injured more. Deebo's just not as good as Terry McLaurin. And you go look at Terry McLaurin's stats. This kid's great. I mean, Ohio State is not only the wide receiver factory of college football, even their 3rd-round guys. In 82 regular season, he's got, in his regular season career, just last year, 82 catches, 14 in the postseason. He had 3 postseason touchdowns, which was tied for the league lead. The kid is great everywhere. In fact, the last 5 seasons, there's only 4 receivers who have had 1,000+ receiving yards each of those years. Justin Jefferson, ever hear of him? Mike Evans, Devontae Adams, Terry McLaurin. And he hadn't been paid yet. So he has wildly outperformed his contract. Like Amon-Ra St. Brown did this to a degree. You got to pay guys like that. That's I believe that with every position except quarterback. Quarterback, just pay them if they're great. But guys like that you get in the 3rd round, they're productive, they're team guys, they're a shining star on a bad organization for most of his career. Pay him. Micah's a 1st-rounder. Micah's made a lot of money in advertisements because he's a Dallas Cowboy. You put him on the Jacksonville Jaguars or the Titans, he's not making that money in endorsements. Nobody's listening to his podcast. And I like.
See, now the podcast and the endorsements off the field, this stuff, they ain't got nothing to do with his contract. So I wouldn't say I'm not gonna pay a dude because he getting money outside of his contract. No. If Micah Parsons get a deal that's slightly less than the Watts Garrett's, that's fine. But if it's around that same ballpark or a little bit less, it doesn't have to be more, is what I'm saying. The dude has 1 sack in 4 playoff games. 1 sack. He's not. And then our new rookie end that we got out of Boston College, crazy name, I can't say it, ain't gonna count. But he's been looking crazy in camp. So I just don't feel like Micah Parsons is untradeable. And I kind of like what Colin is saying about Deebo Samuel is somebody who deserves to be whining about a contract, not Micah Parsons. Especially if Micah Parsons is only feeling like he's getting lowballed because he's not getting the absolute most at his position.
Like Micah, he deserves to be paid. But his feels a little egocentric. He has lived up to a first-round pick like Slater, and he should be paid. But I've said this, not all holdouts are the same. Not all contract negotiations are the same. McLaurin has completely outplayed and outperformed his contract. Not even close. Micah's been excellent. Well, you don't pick guys 12th. We say this every year. In my years of doing this, talking to executives, the first 16 to 17 players picked are true first-round talents, players that should be excellent first day in camp. The Aiden Hutchison, Panay Sewell, Brock Bowers, Micah Parsons. Now, not all of them hit. Chase Young was never as good as a rush end as I thought he would be, but they'd established themselves physically very quickly. And he has, but he's been compensated for it. You know, he got his slot, he got paid, and he deserves to get paid by somebody. He's got a year left on the deal. They can still 2 times franchise tag him if they wanted to. And the other thing is, and I always said this about D. Wade. I love D. Wade, one of my favorite players ever. But he did get no state tax, aqua water on the East Coast in a winter league, the best GM in Riley, a top 3 coach in Eric Spoelstra, a top 5 owner in Mickey Arison, and a great franchise. He went and played for Chicago for like an hour. He's like, get me out of here. I'm going back to Miami. You do have to consider, if you get drafted by the Dallas Cowboys, Dak has made probably 100 million endorsements. He's not making 4 if he's a member of the Bengals, right? Like,
that ain't got nothing to do with it. I don't really like that take. Let me see what some of these comments got to say. Is Colin under the pressure? Terry McLaurin's in year 4 or something? No, but it's like, bro, just keep him around. Sometimes just come on, bro, just keep the dude. And give him, you know what I'm saying? If anybody deserves to be paid, even if it's on the back end, it's Terry McLaurin, man. Like, it's crazy. Everybody talking about loyalty and stuff like that. He's a guy that's been loyal, stayed down with them bad quarterbacks they had through the ups and downs. He deserves to be paid. You're right, Colin. He's no Myles Garrett or Joey Bosa. He's younger and also plays linebacker. His quarterback pressure rate is actually better than a lot of guys you named, I guess. Micah's not just a Pro Bowler. He's an All-Pro. Cut it out, Colin. 4 games in the playoffs, 1 sack. He hasn't had these all-pro numbers in the playoffs. Let me see, because people is talking about these dudes. Nick Bosa. Let's see what Nick Bosa and Myles Garrett and them has done in the playoffs. So, he's played in 12 playoff games. So, let's just look at his first 3. His first 3 games. Bro, Nick Bosa, in his first ever playoffs in 2019, 3 games. 2 pass deflections, 1 forced fumble, 4 sacks. 15 combined tackles, 11 solo, 4 assists, 3 tackles for loss, 5 quarterback hits. That was his very first playoffs. And once again, let's compare that. Now let me look at Myles Garrett. So Nick Bosa, 3 games. Michael Parsons did 4 games. But I'm just gonna compare Nick Bosa's first 3. 2 pass deflections, 1 forced fumble, 4 sacks, 15 combined tackles, 11 of them was solo, 4 assists, 3 tackles for loss, 5 quarterback hits. Myles Garrett, what has he done in the playoffs? Myles Garrett has only played in 3 games. Ooh. Myles Garrett numbers don't look crazy. Only 1 sack, 6 combined, 5 solo, 1 assist, 1 tackle for loss, 2 quarterback hits in 3 games. So, yeah, he's not looking that crazy. TJ Watt. Let's see what his first few games in the playoffs look like. TJ Watt, 4 games. 8 tackles, 1 sack. So TJ Watt ain't look that crazy either. So he had total 8. So pretty much he was better than Michael was probably better than everybody except for Bosa. Does Max Crosby even have? Max Crosby. One sack. 1 sack in 1 game. What about Aiden Hutchinson? 3 games. See, Aiden Hutchinson, 3 games. 2 pass deflections, 3 sacks, 10 combined tackles, 8 solo, 2 assists, 3 tackles for loss, 8 quarterback hits. So, yeah. And he's only played 3 playoff games. Let's go to Michael Parsons again. Playoffs. 18 combined tackles, 4 games, 8 of them solo, 10 assists, 3 tackles for loss, 4 quarterback hits, 1 sack. So yeah, Aiden Hutchinson and Nick Bosa look better than Michael Parsons. So Michael Parsons, very pedestrian. Him, Myles Garrett, TJ Watt was all pedestrian. But I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments. Y'all feel like Michael Parsons should be paid, and or is he expendable? I think he's expendable, or give him a contract around what those other guys get paid. But other than that, yeah, I think I'm finna wrap it up. This been your boy D Nose Bob. If y'all like these live streams, like, comment, subscribe on them. Let me know how I can get better. But I'm definitely, happy I did this. But I'm out.